Here's how I take my sketches from this to this as a digital illustrator. Hi, my name's Gemma. I'm an architect and illustrator based in Toronto. And today I'm going to show you my art process for my digital work. I start by sketching out my idea in Adobe Fresco on my iPad. I tend to use a lot of the core Adobe suite because the apps talk to one another and I find it easy to move between desktop and iPad. I personally don't really get along with Procreate, but that's just because I'm not super well versed in using it. Once I've done the initial sketch, I move over to my desktop so I have more screen space and I move to Illustrator. The first thing I do is I scale my sketch to fit in the frame of the stamp, which is what I use for my Toonie stamp series. Then I start blocking out components on my drawing. The main tools I use for this are the pen tool, the pencil tool, and the anchor point tool. The other thing I do is screen mirroring to my iPad so that I can use my Apple Pencil to do intricate detail. This is probably one of the most beneficial hacks I've found. The second most helpful hack is to make sure you group and organize your files. This will save you so much time later on. Once the main components are blocked out, I then start to go in and add the color. Sometimes I'll use my own color palette or sometimes I will use reference photos, but often a hybrid of both. Then I will go in and add additional line detail or variants of color. At this point, I often review the framing of the design within the stamp, whether I'm going to pull the design outside the stamp barriers or keep it within inside, where the text is going to go, etc. And here is the final stamp. After this, I often do a couple of test prints to see how the colours come out, and this is what it looks like finished. If this has been helpful, please feel free to save and follow for more art-based content.